For those of you who haven't kept up with my gym series, I took the 18 types and split them into 3 groups. I used a random wheel to determine which 6 types I would talk about first, and then in another group decide the other 6 types. Today's gym is the fighting type. For a fighting type gym, I wanted to take inspiration from what I did with my normal type gym previously. In my normal type gym, I substituted Whitney's Miltank out and replaced my ace with a Pokemon of similar base stat totals. Since Onix is a big Pokemon as far as base stat totals go, I decided to do something similar with that. Starters, my gym is going to be in the place of Brock's gym. This is canon to the anime story where Brock leaves his gym to become a Pokemon doctor, and over the years, the gym changes hands so many times, and I become the new gym leader. When you enter the gym, there will only be 2 trainers that you have to fight. They will be aged up versions of Brock's siblings. He has so many siblings, so you could easily take your pick on which one it is. The 2 siblings wouldn't use anything too crazy. They will both be using one Tyrogue. Tyrogue isn't too strong of a Pokemon at all, so it shouldn't be hard for you to defeat both Tyrogue and make your way to the gym leader. I knew I should have given those kids something else besides Tyrogue. Well, you made it. Let's battle. The battle begins and I send out my first Pokemon, a Timber. Something not commonly found in the Kanto region, but considering the similarities between the Timber line and the Machop line, I thought it would be a perfect fit for the starting Pokemon in this gym. Timber doesn't really get its stronger moves until its later stages of evolution, so it goes down relatively easily. That's when I send out my second and last Pokemon, Poliwhirl. Something I didn't actually know before I planned this video out, Poliwhirl has similar base stat totals to Onix, just moved around a bit. And I really like Poliwhirl as well, so this would be a perfect Pokemon to be the ace of my gym. But you may be asking, Poliwhirl's not a fighting type, what's it doing here? Good question. I'll answer that while I terrestrialize my Poliwhirl into a fighting type. Poliwhirl being a fighting type is a nice nod to Poliwrath later on down the line, and to be honest, look at those big boxing gloves. If he's not a fighting type, I'm not a content creator. But fortunately for you, considering it's a Poliwhirl, it doesn't really have many moves at the lower levels to take advantage of any of its stats. At worst, for water type moves, you'll have to worry about a water gun, and I'm not sure what fighting type moves it can learn that wouldn't be too challenging for this gym. I was initially thinking a fighting type move like Power Up Punch, but considering it can increase in attack power, doesn't seem like a good idea for the first gym, so the fighting type might just be an aesthetic change. But regardless, you take down my Poliwhirl, and you defeat me. Well, congratulations, you beat another gym. This isn't something that's very well known, but this gym was normally going to be a water type gym, so I thought it would be perfect to have a water type as my ace. Where'd I get a Poliwhirl underleveled? Well, that's easy. Cheating. And there's another gym down in my series. Obviously, I'm taking massive liberties with unevolving Pokemon, such as having an underleveled Poliwhirl in this gym and an underleveled Dragonite in the other gym. But let's be real. If you walked in here and found out that the 8th Pokemon of this gym was a Poliwag, you wouldn't be too intimidated, would you? Kind of a similar thing to Onix. Onix is such a gigantic Pokemon on screen that it just makes sense to have a big Pokemon, as far as base stat totals, be the ace of this gym. Plus, it's not like the Pokemon games have ever actually stuck to the levels in the game before. But anyway, that is this gym. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Momentai.